What is up, dudes? Welcome back. Super Kick Weekly. Ow. The Brandon
Super
Vito
Kick
T.
Weekly.
Super Kick Weekly.
Super Kick.
The custom theme song is coming sometime soon.
Yeah,
One of these
looking
days.
forward to that.
But Big Vito T, what is up, my man? Here we are in the year of our Lord 2023. It's June 7th. And
That's right. I'm loving it.
we're still making it weekly, even if it's on a different day. It drops whenever. We do whatever we want here.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we got super kicked the other day and we just woke up from it. Who knows? It's still the same week. You know.
Especially if it was an exploding super kick. Is
you know what they say? It's super kick somewhere. Oh wait, that's not. Anyway, let's continue.
Did you catch that last week, Vito? I caught a news bit, something about Matt Jackson. He had to get a special permit, apparently, for his shoes to do that super kick. Just crazy stuff, man. Just thinking about that spot, just crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? There's a lot of mixed reviews on that. I didn't think people would be so against that. Problem people had with that was it wasn't the finish of the match. I thought if that was the finish, it would be.
I hadn't heard
that would be a very good finish at all. Yeah, I was looking up on the old dirt web, and they said that they didn't like that spot, and they'd like it a tad tiny bit more if it was the finish. I was like, that would be a stupid finish. I liked it that he was punished for doing it by having his foot destroyed.
If it would have been, you're right. See, they followed it up, and it would have been kind of cheesy to end it like that, I would think.
Yeah.
You know,
Moxley just lays down after that and is just out.
Right.
No.
You can't book that as the finish because you don't know how it's going to actually go. It could have went completely wrong.
Yeah.
My
agreed.
God, this is the same company, you know, the exploding ring. I mean, let's not forget about it. All right.
The exploding barbed wire match.
Yes. Okay, so no, you're not going to book that as the finish. No way.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston just awkwardly lays on Moxley.
Right.
While fireworks go off around off the ring post. Yeah, that was fun.
You know, luckily, I mean, AEW has come a long way since all of that. That is like almost forgotten about now. Like no one talks about that at all. You know, so lucky for them.
Only when something like that was brought up.
Right. But here we are.
That brought the resurgence of the Eddie Kingston laying on Moxley conversation.
Here we are dredging it up.
Man.
But anyway. You know, we're going to start things off, you know, bad news first and then good news. We got to kind of start things off on a somber note, man. I wake up to the news this morning that the Iron Sheik has passed away. So,
oh man,
10 bells for him. What the hell? 81 years old.
Yeah. Yep. Born March 15th, 1942. I'm going to go ahead and let you say his birth name. Do you know it?
Khosrow. What's the
No, it's Hossein Khosrow Ali Vaziri. That's nailed it. That's legit how his mom said it.
Hossein
Khosrow.
Hossein Khosrow Ali Vaziri.
Oh, Vaziri. All right.
Vaziri?
Nice. Vaziri. I like that better. Yeah.
I don't know.
Vaziri, that makes more sense.
Persian man. You know, just kind of pulling up the wiki here just because it's hard to kind of muse on the subject.
That's why I pulled up.
But regardless of the stats, Vito, what is your maybe your first memories of the Sheik? Best
Colonel
memories?
Mustafa.
As Colonel Mustafa? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. That's wow. That's where I knew him from. Uh, Feuding with Sergeant Slaughter, then turning him, and I think that's how it went, right? The feud, and then turned him, or was it turned him in the feud?
I think he came later. Yes, I think the first thing was the
Okay.
Sergeant Slaughter turn, and then he kind of grouped his guys together, which was the Sheik
Okay.
and then General Adnan, who
Adnan, that's the other guy.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Um, I actually a little bit before that came in. A little bit before that, I do remember him uh, as like the Sheik before, and oddly enough, a memory is coming to me of having like one of the most basic ass uh, Iron Sheik like rubber figures when I was a kid. Maybe I can look it up, see if it was the
Like a
LG.
Hasbro?
It wasn't even a Hasbro. I want to say it was one of the LGNs, bro. I had
Oh, okay.
this, uh, and man, I wish I still
Oh
had
my
it. I mean,
Looking at his wiki here, he
this
went
has to
by
be
the
it.
name Great Hossein Arab or Arab.
That was one of his first names.
I don't know. It's just under his ring names here.
I don't even think it,
Yeah.
looking at this figure, it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it was a knockoff Iron Sheik figure, probably. Um,
Let's
I
see.
mean, his likeness was copied a lot through the
Okay, under
years.
that name, he won the Canadian Tag Team Championships with the Texas Outlaw. Okay,
Okay, huh?
yeah. So that's interesting. Let's see if I can name off Sheik's accomplishments here. Oh
Although
man.
although Persian, he was born in Iran.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see
so
here.
much stuff.
He was the WWF World Heavyweight Champion one time, Tag Team Champion one time with Nikolai Volkov, and got the Hall of Fame in 2005. Let's see other notable things here. He won the Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship with Bull Ramos.
Hmm.
So that's cool. Our neck of the woods. Let's see what else is notable here. Um, PWI. He was ranked 134 in 2003 and 96 of 100 in tag teams with Nikolai Volkov in 2003. So he made the PWI twice, once in singles and once in tag team. So there's my info on the Sheik.
Those are the raw stats. There's so many chic things. There's so many chic isms. I mean, you want to talk about,
Oh,
yeah, his early career. I mean, training with Flair. Um, you know what I mean? Him and Flair came up together. You have freaking just all kinds of stories that surround him. I mean, being the guy that was the setup guy for Hulkamania. You know what I mean? I know he doesn't want to be remembered as that, but that's like what a lot of people, uh, you know, remember him for. And he lived that gimmick. You know, you could say that he doesn't want to be remembered for that, but he would remind people of that on almost a daily basis. You know, uh, pretty much tweet every day. F Hulk Hogan or whatever.
oh yeah.
Um,
I just want to read his. You know how people pin a tweet, and usually it's like, this happened in my life. It's important, or something like that. Let me. I pulled up Sheik's Twitter real quick just so I can read some highlight things, mostly about Hogan. But this is his pinned tweet. Okay,
okay.
take a minute in capital letters. He always tweeted in capital letters. Take a minute out of your day to be nice to someone, you dumb SOB. And he's spelled out the words. I'm just keeping it PG here in our Super Kick Weekly. But that's the Iron Sheik in a in a,
Right.
in a summed up sense there. Let me
Uh,
just, you know how I like to browse through Twitter. Let me just throw out a couple, okay? 16 hours ago, he, all capital letters, of course. I don't know if you can hear my dog scratching at the door. If you can, I'm sorry. 16 hours ago, he posted F the wildfires. So that's cool. I'm assuming he's talking about the Canadian ones.
hmm.
Uh, whoever let the dogs out can go F yourself. So that's cool. Um, let's see if I can F true love. Amazing. F dancing with your eyes closed. Awesome. Let's see here. F the rhythm and the rhyme. Yep. Gotta love the Sheik. Let's see. Let me find one last one here. Let's see. Uh, oh, wow. I didn't even know this. Have you heard of the Apple Vision Pro?
Like
Dude,
like smart
it's
glasses or
like a
something.
it's like a VR headset, but like you can see everything.
Oh, okay.
Um, he says F the Apple Vision Pro headset. So there's that for you.
Oh,
Let me step away for 1 second.
all right. Well, hey, Iron Sheik, definitely. I want to take this moment as well. I mean, just yeah, everybody affected. You know, friends, family. I mean, gosh, uh, in recent years, such a larger than life character is basically one of the big impressions that stands out to me. It's a dang shame that uh, he definitely was ahead of his time. Vito there, just like like with the tweets and the personality and the persona is perfect for this day and time. So,
Oh,
and
and I would
we're
be
gonna
remiss if I didn't throw out a F Hogan back on June 5th.
see. There you
So
go. Within the last couple days, there it was. Told
got
you.
to do it. Yep.
Um,
F Hogan.
Also, famously, I mean, you could argue that was part of the big reason for, a lot of people will say for the breaking of kayfabe, right, over the years. The whole him and Duggan getting pulled over deal, like at the
I don't know
time.
this story.
Oh, right, no. Okay, so this was May 1987.
Oh, okay.
And we're still kayfabing the world pretty hard. At this point,
Of
I don't,
course.
I don't think at this point Vince had done the whole thing where he had came out. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, him and Duggan were traveling together, and they get pulled over, and they find weed, and they had both been drinking, and of course it like made the news like everywhere. So like a lot of people were like, USA Jim Duggan and the Iron Sheik traveling together. That's super weird. This is
Oh no.
1987, you know?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
no. That's no good.
and I want to say it was, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think shortly after that is when basically, when Vince came out with the whole thing. Now, the whole the Vince deal was maybe they're not really related because it's always been told that Vince made that statement just so he could dodge, athletic commissions or whatever, having to pay taxes basically
Yeah.
on the wrestling shows and have to be involved with all that by deeming it entertainment. But they both happened around the same time. So, like within a few year period, we have that happening, we have this happening, And those were, two of the biggest things that, killed kayfabe in the world at that point. I don't know. Just weird stuff to think about. You know, gosh, man, just so much to say. Go check it out. Go watch some Iron Sheik matches. Go watch some Iron Sheik shoots if you want. Some laughs. You can go down a YouTube rabbit hole there that if you haven't been there before, is always a great place to go. So
just read through his Twitter feed.
there you go. That too.
If you're feeling sad at all, and you just need a good laugh, and you know the Sheik, read through his Twitter feed. I mean, it's amazing. And if you can remember what the Sheik sounds like, just close your eyes, imagine the Sheik saying each of those phrases. It's amazing.
We raise our glasses.
Hey, to the Iron Sheik.
Raise our glasses, and yes.
Feel better.
Well, I think we spent some good time on that. BVT, my man. We're going to switch gears here, and we're going to talk some Fight Forever.
Yeah.
This video game, like we mentioned last week, is finally coming out in a few weeks, and we're excited about it.
It's no longer called Wait Forever.
It's no longer called Wait Forever or Fight for Nothing.
Nope, it's called Fight Forever. Let's just call it that.
And so, you've got some details for us.
I do. I was just watching a Twitch stream. I got turned on to that last week. I didn't know really about Twitch. Heard about it. I didn't know. Apparently a bunch of my favorite AEW wrestlers are on there. And I downloaded it because now they're starting to play Fight Forever. So I got a notification this morning that Evil Uno was going to be playing it today. So I logged on. Okay. It's Evil Uno and the best friends, Trent ? And Chucky T. And
shout out Chucky T.
Yeah, the Kentucky gentleman. They cannot get the game to work. Okay? Because the Wi-Fi at the hotel is not working. And they refuse to say the name of the hotel, which is classy. So what they did do is they showed a couple trailers and revealed a couple roster members. So I want to talk about the roster today. And what they were supposed to do was have a tag team match to show how tag team wrestling worked in the game, which they're going to do later on this week. So I'll be talking about that next show. So check that out.
All right.
So I did want to go over a couple things that I found interesting. One very interesting thing is Aubrey Edwards is a playable character in the game.
Okay. Interesting.
Which surprised me.
The only ref? That's a playable character?
Well, there's another ref in the game. This right here says that Rick Knox is in the game, but not as a playable character. I'm going to be sad if those are the only two referees in the game. If Bryce Rensburg didn't make the game, I'm going to be so sad. Because I would put him as my referee every time.
They're going to be in a DLC ref pack in a couple months.
Funny you mentioned those three letters, because I'm about to get into that right now.
Okay.
So, DLC in this game. So far for DLC, they've announced, of course, the pre-order is Matt Hardy and Broken Matt Hardy. DLC, first off, that got me, Dax and Cash, the FTR guys, are DLC.
Really?
The current AEW Tag Team Champions, former ROH Tag Team Champions, former New Japan Pro Wrestling Champions, are DLC in this game. I don't understand.
Well, wasn't it a thing where they weren't even supposed to be in it at first? I remember that like a year or so. We talked about that last year. Um,
Yeah,
that was like a
like oh,
story. They were not going to be in it, and they were kind of upset about it. But I guess that's been absolved.
I guess so. So let's go on to talk about more DLC here. Keith Lee is DLC apparently.
Okay.
Okay, DLC Keith Lee, and well, I'll just say this next thing: the Bunny is DLC. I don't know. She's the only female DLC announced right now.
Yeah,
So
you take or leave the
now
bunny. People are going to
the
want
last
Keith Lee.
DLC
People are going to want
is
FTR.
the last thing is both members of Hookhausen. Both Hook and
Oh,
Danhausen are both DLC. So I've already bought the DLC day one because I'm a Fanhausen, of course.
oh, you got to have. That's nice.
Yeah. So um
Wow.
let's let's see. Today on the stream they showed three different people. Today they announced Sting, which they showed wrestle Chris Jericho. They showed Abaddon, who they showed wrestling Chris Statlander, and they showed um, Brody Lee, who they had wrestling Dustin Rhodes. So those are the three people they showed off today.
So has the complete roster been released at this point?
Uh, I'm not sure if the roster number right now is, let's see, it's 59. Right now the roster's at 59, so I don't think we're completely done.
I mean,
Uh,
that's pretty impressive. I
can't really looking
I
at
think
this
that's
list. I
pretty
don't know who's
impressive.
missing. Couple names that I found interesting that are on here is Yuka Sakazaki. She's on here. I didn't think she would make the game, but it's good. Um, super glad to see Owen Hart. He looks kind of weird, but I'm glad he's in the game. What's your
Oh
thoughts
yeah,
on that?
I saw some screenshots of the Owen Hart thing. Well, I mean, it's great because how long has it been since you've been able to be Owen Hart in a game? Like, what would we have to go back to? Attitude in like '99, maybe the old WWF Attitude game or
Let
Warzone,
me get.
perhaps. Um,
Let me see here.
that's my best guess. No, wait, did they let him be in Legends of Wrestling one year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was that.
Looks like. Yeah, it looks like Showdown Legends of Wrestling he was in.
Right.
Yeah,
So, I
and that
mean,
was in 2004.
it's been a
So
good
been a
almost,
minute.
yeah, it's been a good almost 20 years since he's been in a
Yeah.
game. Of course, this new generation. I mean, the Legends of Wrestling, that was still like PS2 era, we're talking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think it's cool. Um,
Nice.
what's your
Another
take
thing
on
I
it?
want to
You're
bring
fine
up.
with it, I imagine.
Oh, with Owen.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Owen. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be real weird, I think, playing with him. Especially the video I watched the other day was like uh them taking Owen through like career mode. And it's like, oh, I just got this call from Tony Khan. I think I'm getting a contract, and it's Owen standing there, and I'm like, this is weird.
I
So
saw that
it's
too. I saw that.
gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. That's the only word I can come up with.
Yeah, people are going to use it for weird stuff like that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just
So
like the people. I'm sure people have done that with like Benoit too on like the WWE games, maybe.
yeah,
But like this year, you can't. I don't know, or is it blocked? I don't know. That's weird. It'd be interesting to see
I
if
don't know.
I'm
So
gonna try it out
another
on
name
2K today.
that's interesting to talk about is Cody Rhodes.
Cody is in there.
Cody Rhodes is also in this game.
Wow.
So it's going to be interesting to take his character in this and put it side by side with his character in 2K23.
Mm-hmm.
So, because this is an arcade game and that one's a simulation game.
Right.
So it's going to be cool to see the difference in the two face uh face scans, I guess it is.
So are they selling that now? Like, is that like the official wording that they're putting out? Is expect like an arcade experience with
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what this is. It's not a simulation game. It's an arcade game that you can just pick up and play anytime. I mean, they have career mode and stuff like that, but they're gonna have like mini games and stuff on this. So it's very much an arcade game. Kenny Omega said that.
Okay.
So let's see what other notes I have on this. Scroll through here. Paul White is a playable character. Um, so that's gonna be fun.
Well, it's the Paul White. It's the big bad Paul White tonight. Oh.
Uh, so that's gonna be really fun. I enjoy that. He has had a couple matches in AEW. He's wrestled on Dark, from what I
Yeah,
understand, a
I heard
couple
he was
times.
wrestling on Dark, and that like a bunch of people were pissed about that. That was like something a couple years ago. I saw people
Um,
talking about.
let's see here. What other notes do I have? I think that's the notes I have. I don't see. Let's see if there's notably people I see missing here. I don't see Claudio. I
Mm,
don't see Wheeler Yuta. Um, so far, I mean,
he
I don't
came
have
around.
a very good memory, so I can't realize who's missing.
Yeah, they kind of just got thrown in there last summer, so that's probably like definitely after development for the most
Jeff
part.
Hardy's in the game, not as DLC.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No,
So
but probably no Jeff Jarrett or Jay Lethal or
no,
Jay White.
well, no. Not sure if there are any J's in the game.
Not even Anna Jay. Excuse me, Anna
I.
Anna JAS.
That's so funny you say that because let me click over here real quick. She is not in this roster as we speak. No
Oh,
Anna J. So this roster is not done. There's no way. Yeah, there's 59 people, and it is nowhere near done because there are some missing people. Let me go pull up the AEW roster real quick. Uh, while I'm doing that, why don't you, what is your, I know you're buying it, right? You'll have it the day it comes out, I'm assuming?
the 29th, right?
Yes.
I have not bought it yet. I'm going to look into it though today.
But you will have it, right?
I plan on it, yes.
Okay. So what will be your first match? Give me both singles and tag team while I look up this thing here.
Let me see here. Oh, uh, put me on the spot here, Vito.
Well,
Put me on the spot. All right, let me look at these list of confirmed wrestlers here. Shoosh. You know what it's got to be? CM Punk versus Nick Jackson.
Really?
I don't know, either that or CM Punk versus Kenny, or
All right.
let's see here. I mean, there's a lot of cool ones you could do. Um, some of the MJF matches that we're looking for, like MJF Kenny. We haven't seen that yet. You could do that. Um, I don't know. What about
Okay.
you? What about you?
So
I gave you a bunch.
before I get to my match, I do want to name I'm going through the AW roster right now. There are a couple names that probably should be announced here soon. No member of the Dark Order has been announced yet. Not even Evil Uno, who's been a big part in the game. John Silver, Alex Reynolds, none of those guys have been announced. Billy Gunn, the Ass Boys have not been announced. Either has the Acclaimed. Malachi Black has been announced. Let me go check, make sure.
Malachi.
Uh, Malachi Black, where is he? Okay, Malachi is in, but the other two members of House of Black, Brody King and Buddy Matthews, have not been announced yet. Let me keep going through here. Daniel Garcia and have not been. Ethan Page has not been announced yet. Private Party has not been announced yet. Jake Hager. Wait, has Jake Hager been announced?
Big Bill.
Yeah, Big Bill. No.
There's no
So
Acclaimed.
yeah. Let's see here. Let's see.
I got a list in front of me here, but it doesn't seem accurate because
Let's see who else I think. Yeah,
uh,
Private Party claimed. Um,
the
Do
Mark.
you think they'll put -1 in it somewhere?
That's possible.
Maybe a DLC down the road.
Yeah, or maybe just in the game somewhere.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me double check this.
He might not be playable.
Oh, like a manager, maybe?
Just like in a cut scene or something is what I would
Yeah,
think. You know what I mean? Like they scan him in there. He's like
maybe
in there.
part of the career, maybe.
Yeah,
Like you gotta impress
you do like a
-1
feud.
or
You do a
something.
feud with the Dark Order. You
Yeah.
know, and
So
he's in there.
Santana and Ortiz have not been announced yet.
Yeah, what's going on with them? Where have they been? I know that they like basically they broke up
Well,
last summer.
Santana is injured. He
Right.
has been injured since that blood and
That
guts, I
last
think.
blood and guts thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We covered that.
Let's see here. Sean Spears is not in it.
No fallen
Sonny
angel.
Kiss. No, Christopher Daniels. You're right. Uh, let's see who else are they missing. Yeah, Wheeler Yuta. I said that. Let's see what women they're missing here. Anna JS is a good one you mentioned. I mean they have. I gotta pronounce her name right, so I go back down to it here. Yuka Sakazaki, I think, but they did not put Emi Sakura in there. Which, if you're gonna have one, you should definitely have the other. Uh, there's a lot of women. Kira Hogan, Layla Hirsch, Mercedes Martinez, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet. I mean, Serena Deeb. There's so many women on here that they just have not announced. Tony Storm, Willow. A lot of those people just. I mean, they've only announced. Let me go pull up this page here.
There's a lot of people. I mean, you got Butcher and Blade, Sean Spears.
3, 12, 13. They've announced 13 women so far.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a good amount of women, but lots missing.
It's the first game, and I think we should, like you were saying, you temper your expectations on like the what we've been conditioned for in 2K,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's kind of the
Yeah.
thing. We've only had this game, besides like these little side games here and there. We've only had this game basically for the last, 15 years or whatever it's been. So this is going to be different, a different
Oh,
experience. And a lot of people are going to trash it because it's not that experience. I can see it
oh, I
now.
was wrong. John Silver is in the game, but there's no Alex Reynolds announced or Iwaluna. But John Silver
Mhm.
has been announced. My bad. So one Dark Order guy. But
Hmm.
you asked Brody Lee's, I guess, a Dark Order guy too.
Yeah.
But
So what's your first match you're playing?
my first match will be Orange Cassidy versus insert person here. Uh, I don't know. Probably someone big. Lance Archer, maybe.
I've heard there's cool
Yeah,
stuff with Orange Cassidy.
yeah. He
You
can
were
put his
talking
hands
about
in his
that.
pocket and
Yeah.
pin.
Yeah.
I just love that. So that's my first match: Orange Cassidy versus Lance Archer.
Okay.
And my first tag team match, it's gonna be Young Bucks, of course, versus uh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I'm gonna try to do either both Matt Hardys or Broken Matt and Jeff
Okay. Bucks Hardys. There you go. Always a
in a ladder
classic.
match.
Always a classic. And speaking of
Yeah.
classics, to transition and talk some more AEW stuff, apparently we have a couple matches officially announced for this Forbidden Door show. You got to cool
For
down a
those of
little
you,
bit.
for those of you who are listening to this, I'm now fanning myself. Pass out for Brand's announcement just now. Oh my goodness. Oh,
We got a couple pretty awesome matches. Omega and Osprey, of course. This is been a series of matches between them. But the next encounter, which should be great, and then we're also going to get Bryan Danielson and Okada.
yes.
So they just
Yes.
aren't even messing around, like right out of the gate, like boom. Like
Yep.
it doesn't matter what the rest of the card is. Like you're going to get these two.
No.
Like this is worth the $50 alone. I mean,
Yeah. So, did you watch uh the press conference that I sent you the link to? The
um,
Okada.
I haven't
Let me
yet.
just lay it out for you. Let me lay it out for you because I watched the whole thing. So they announced the whole Omega Osprey thing, and they show the Osprey video, which is okay. But then Okada comes out. Okay, he sits down there, asks them questions, and he's a cocky. I like Okada. I like his wrestling. I like his mic work. I can't understand what he says, but the subtitles get me. Uh, like he says, they say, I asked
If
him
you live in
something like,
Oregon, you could lower your
how do you prepare or what do you
electric bill
think
to less than
about Daniel
$30.
Bryan or Bryan Danielson? He goes, well, I haven't really taken in any of his AEW or WWE work. I actually don't even know what kind of wrestler he is. And I was like, Bird! That
Let's see
is,
here.
I mean, that was impressive for me. Then he also says that when his video came on, I think it was Dominion was the show that they were just at. I don't remember. I think it was Dominion, the New Japan show that they just had. Um, the video came on. Bryan Danielson. Oh yes, that's the one right there. And and he said there was some yes chants. And he said, so I guess they know who he is. Oh
Let's
yeah,
see here. I got to
there we
find where
go.
my actual cursor is. Okay, here we go. Give us some audio.
まあ AEW との合同興行
Oh
まあ、
yeah,
楽
here
しみ
we
なカード
go.
が決まったなと思います。まあ昨年もフォービデンドア
Japanese
やりま
language
した
is
けれ
so
ども、
cool.
まあね、こう J だったり
My best friend from high school is in the middle of a Japanese excursion right now. It's been amazing. All the places he's been over there.
戦う相手ということで、
Some really cool
まあ
stuff.
AEW のスターと戦えるということですごく楽しみに思っております。でもまあこれは対抗戦になると思い
Very
ますの
humble.
で、しっかりと新日本プロレスを背負って
Nice Rainmaker
新日本プロレ
shirt.
スの勝利を新日本プロレスファンの皆さんと分かち合いたいなと思います。
So I plan on carrying New Japan on my shoulders.
それでは質疑応答に移ります。
Basically, you know, some pleasantries about AEW versus New Japan.
ライアン・ダニエルソン選手が、VTR で
Daniel Bryanson was provocative in his video, but also recognized your ability. How do you respond to him?
お前の実力を見定めてやるというような
I'm such a good translator.
Yes, you are.
まあでもちょっと嬉しいですね。
I'm flattered a little.
僕の
To have the wrestling I've done be recognized by someone I've never wrestled before is
今
nice.
まで戦ったことない人ともにも届いてるってすごい嬉しいことですし、まあ
So please take it all in
好きなだ
firsthand.
け見てくださいと感じてください、査定してください。ね、まあその
I've got plenty for him to experience, and I plan on him experiencing Okada to the fullest.
Nice. I like how you skipped that.
I'm not going to even pretend I can.
が岡田さんとの戦い表明
Talking about Danielson's tweet.
200万インプレッショ
2
ン
million impressions.
かなりの大反響を巻き起こしています。全世界のプロレスファン待望のドリームマッチなんで
Look how impressed he looks.
ことに関してはいかがですか。
そうですね、まあいろいろなドリームマッチっていうのは今まで
Been a lot of dream matches over the years,
まあそこ世界的に
but not many that could truly capture fans the
届く
world
ドリームマ
over.
ッチっていうのも少ないのかなと思いますし、まあそういう戦いを
I'm happy to be half of the dream match that can do just that.
まあただね、そんだけやっぱり世界の人が
The world to be
注目して
watching.
くれる戦いですから、
This is
しっ
so
かりと
he's
もちろん
so
岡田その中で
yeah.
岡田和しか知らないという人たちもいると思いますし、
This is totally like it's in like Street Fighter 2 or
気持ち
something.
としてはもう日本代表じゃないですけど、
You know what I mean? Just
日本のプ
the
ロレス
way
のこう
he
世界のプロレス
presents
ファ
the
ンに
sentences.
届けるような戦いをしたいなと思いますね。
ありがとうございます。でもう一点、そのブライアン選手の
I love this right here. What do you respect about Danielson?
のかという
正直そんな
Well,
に
to be honest,
もうなんですかね。
I haven't really taken in Brian's work in AEW or WWE.
こうどちらも言ってる
To be honest,
時
I
に
don't know
ブライアン
the
があんまりこうしっかりと見るっていうことではなかった見るっていうことはなか
Wait
ったので、今が
So I'm not sure I can say with certainty exactly the kind of wrestler he is.
まあだからこそ
Never seen the dude.
楽しみに
That's
したい
why I'm
ですし
looking forward to
まあやっ
this.
ぱりこうね、身長
I know he
そんな大きい
isn't
わ
the
けではない
tallest guy,
し
isn't the
体がすごい
biggest
大きいわ
either.
けではないんですけれども、まあいろんな団体で
He's been able to do a big star
まあチャンピオン
in
になっ
those
てるということで
companies and be right at the
まあ
top
や
as
っ
a
ぱりそれだけの
champion.
実力があるからこそ、
So that
それだけの
shows
カリ
how
スマ性がある
good
からこそ、
He is in the ring and how
昨日の
much
大阪公演
charisma
でイエスイエスちゃんと
Osaka Joe Hall, there are those yes
まあそれが
chants.
本当に日本にも届いてるぐらいの選手ですから。
Shows how far his name
本当
has
になんていうんですか
traveled.
ね、アメリカのプロレスを知らない人に
And to
も
don't watch American wrestling still know
知
who
られ
he
てる
is.
選
That
手だ
says
と
a
思いま
lot.
すんで、まあやっぱりそういう選手
Because
と
of that, I'm looking forward to facing him.
戦えるっていうのはすごい楽しみですし、しっかりといい結果を残したい
And I look forward to getting the win.
Hello, Okada.
それでは岡田選手以上でよか。
はい、
So,
じゃあ
So
最
let's
後
pretty
sum it up.
reserved.
ブライアンに
I don't know the
ちょっと言って
dude.
ください。
I know he's small. I know my fans know who he is, but I'm gonna beat him. The little small guy that no one knows,
Yeah,
or that I don't know.
seems legit to me, right? I mean, why not? You
Yeah.
know,
I love Okada. Oh man, he's so funny. The Rainmaker.
so
Oh man.
you know they're gonna. Who knows? You think they keep this honorable between them, or you think they really push like this new like BCC type Danielson with this, or you think they just keep it honorable?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think it's not after that.
Oh, so
Oh
you think they're
no.
going to take it up a notch?
Oh no way, honorable is out the window. After Danielson sees that, he's like, I don't know who he is, not even sure how good he is. I know people know his name. He's kind of a small guy. I'm gonna beat him. That's what he said. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? No, Danielson's not gonna take that. No way. Now, Okada's part of Chaos, right? Is that a fact? Is that a thing?
I want to say he is or was.
Yeah. No, he definitely is. So BCC has it's Wednesday, and you know what that means? Match with Chaos. I mean, Best Friends Night, and it actually is Chaos because I think Rocky is part of it. Let me just check here.
Right, yeah. Chaos is the faction. That's Roppongi.
Yeah.
Roppongi Vice. Roppongi Lights.
Roppongi Vice. Let me just make sure that Rocky's in that match tonight.
I believe he
Let's
is. I
see
saw
here.
a graphic for this.
Yes, I believe it is now. I cannot get the thing.
I saw a
coming up for me
graphic.
here.
I saw a graphic. I know which match
Okay,
you're talking about.
so yeah, I think we're on target. Yep, right here. So it's gonna be Moxley, Claudio, and Yuta against Trent, Rocky, and Chuck. So Kenny Omega. I was watching BTE, and they were interviewing Hangman and the Bucks. And when Hangman was talking, Dark Order came up. This could have been on Dynamite. No, but I know it was on BTE. The Dark Order came up, and they said, "Oh, Hangman went. Oh, wait a minute, Hangman, you're with your new best friends. Let me, you just finish up. We'll talk to you another time. You know, whatever." So Hangman's like anxiously trying to get away. You know, oh yeah, whatever. I gotta go talk to these guys. And Marvez, I think it was like, wait, Hangman, one more question. Kenny left the country. Did he go to Canada? And he goes, oh yeah, Kenny's out of the country, but he's not in Canada. And then he walks away. So rumor is Kenny's gonna go get some friends from another country to go join this thing. And BCC is going to go against Chaos tonight. And Kenny's going to go get some Japanese guys. So I'm thinking he's going to need 2 more guys to make up for what Combat Club has now.
Right.
So we've talked about this. He's definitely going to go get his golden lover. Can't think of his name right now.
Kota Bushi.
Kota Ibushi. Because he's no longer injured, from what I understand. He's good to go.
Right.
And a lot of people think Okada's going to be coming with him to check things out. But of course, at Forbidden Door, he's a little busy now.
Makes sense. Makes sense to
So,
me.
At Forbidden Door, here's what I'm going to call. Vito's calling it right now. Okay, here we go. John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and I don't know, Takeshita, I guess, against Hangman, Bucks, and Kota Ibushi.
And Kota Bushi.
4, right? Yep, that's 4. 4
Yep.
and 4. Because Kenny's busy. He's gonna
right.
wrestle
Kenny's
Will Ospreay.
busy, and Okada will be busy with Danielson.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Kenny's just going to get his replacement as for Ibushi, and they're going to add what's his face? What'd you call him before it takes shit though?
Right.
Takeshita, and then they're going to have the match I've been waiting for, which I almost want to wait for it because Kenny's not in it, but I'm cool with it. Blood and guts. Give me blood and guts. I just want it. I want blood and guts.
I don't know if they're going to get there yet.
When? When are they going to get there yet?
I don't know. That might be something like down the road. I don't see them doing that match on the Forbidden Door show. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably too early for that.
I mean, it's not necessarily that. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think New Japan would want to be involved in such a match, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I can see where that is.
Like it would just be out of place on like a New Japan co-branded show.
So then they should probably just do a 6-man.
Well, I mean, aren't the 8-mans kind of like a Japanese thing though?
Oh yeah.
Don't they do those
yeah.
like
Yeah,
a little
are.
bit more than like the more than the trios? It's like they do like all kinds of stuff. I know 8-man tags, 6-man
two
tags.
tag teams versus 2 tag teams.
Right. Yeah. They do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. So we can talk about, we can do opposite of what we used to do, and we can do a dynamite preview. We can see if we can let's see if we can let's get each other's outlook on tonight's matches. Here's the graphic I was looking for. Okay. So, looks like the main event is going to be Orange Cassidy defending his international championship against Swerve Strickland. Now, opinion. Do you think this is his match where he loses it?
Ooh, it could. It could be. He definitely could do that. I mean, I thought that they were going to pull the trigger at the pay-per-view with the Swerve thing, so they could do it here.
All right. So you think Swerve's the guy tonight?
What do you? I mean, good as anybody. I mean, I would give him a decent push. I mean, I think he's one of their better workers, and I don't know. What do you think?
I think he's had one impressive run as the champion and before champion. And Swerve right now is at the top of the game right now with the whole mogul embassy, the combining of 2 stables. As much as I love Orange Cassidy, I have been thinking that Swerve ever since it was announced, like 2 weeks ago. I think it was announced. I've been thinking that this is the guy who's going to take it. Which honestly, Orange Cassidy deserves a break. He's been wrestling every single week, defending this title. He's got like 100 and something matches.
No breaks, you know what I mean? Maybe a small break, but then you know what they got to do is he would be the perfect challenger for Max at some point here soon.
Yeah,
I think people would really buy him possibly winning. You know, it would be a believable challenger.
Or for who's the other guy? Wardlow? Is Wardlow the TNT champion still?
Yeah, he could go after that, yeah.
Or just have a really good, I don't know. Orange Cassidy does have plenty of options.
Here's a good question, all right? Okay, so you mentioned Wardlow, TNT title. Is the TNT title a downgrade from the international title? Which title would you say means more? I think Cassidy's title means way more at this point in time. I don't know. What do you?
As far as a workhorse title, I'd say Orange Cassidy's is defended every week. It's
Right.
maybe missed like 1 week, but he's defending it every week. It's
Right.
impressive. No, you're right. That would be a step down.
Yeah.
It
So
would.
I don't know. I think you got to test him out in the main. Maybe not at Forbidden Door or whatever, but maybe the pay-per-view after that. I don't know if that's what they do at Wembley. Do they have a title match at Wembley? You know what I mean? Like what?
I don't think any matches have been announced for Wembley yet.
Right. So maybe after Wembley you do that one. Either way, Cassidy's title run has been very strong, and
Yes.
it wouldn't surprise me if he got vaulted into the main event, sooner than later now. What else we got?
I wouldn't mind him and the Best Friends winning the trios titles. I think that'd be fun.
They could do that. Yeah.
I think they'd be good trios champions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think if they do what I was saying, I don't think he wins the title. So then, as a fallback, they could do a trios thing. Yeah, you know.
So another match we have is one I just talked about: the BCC versus Chaos, Rocky Romero and the Best Friends.
Right.
Or you can say Roppongi Vice and Chucky T, whichever you want to say.
That would be the Three Amigos.
Yeah.
In the Roppongi,
or whatever Friends is in Japan.
In the Roppongi Vice theme song, Romero says, "New best friends. Shout out to Chucky T. Make it Three Amigos and just add me."
Oh, really?
That's the line of the song. Yeah.
Huh. Well, there you go.
That theme is my jam. I still drive around and just bump that. I love that.
Nice.
I love that theme.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Roppongi.
So who you got in that match?
I don't think. I just like we were saying. I think it's more of a setup for. You know what I mean? It's a setup match. I don't think the outcome will really matters necessarily. So whoever can win it or not win it, maybe it just ends in a schmoz, because it's definitely, I think, going to be some in play there with the Chaos faction BCC stuff. I think that somehow gets intermingled, possibly.
Yeah. I'd have to say that BCC definitely wins because they're so strong right now. They're billing them so strong, it's ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, they all just stand in the ring and just kick people's face in and elbow their face in. And BCC is a very impressive group the way Tony has them built up right now. I like it.
They're there. Yeah. They're there to get beat up on, I'm sure, but I'm just saying I don't know if we actually get a true finish. We might, but
where is this from? Where's tonight? Oh, from Colorado. Dang it. Okay. We have a Texas tornado tag match, I should say. Let's see. Jungle Hook versus I'm not gonna try to say the name. You say the name. It's Preston Vance and Jurlistico. What's the name of the group?
Los Ingobernables.
There you go. I can't say it.
Right.
You can though. Who you got in that one?
Something like that.
I mean, Hook doesn't lose. Jack Perry and Hook.
Yeah, I mean the Ingobernables are just kind of like set up heels at this point. They're, they're there to be foil heels. I don't see them doing anything serious with them. So this is a shine match for the baby faces.
Yeah. Side note to this is I watched Rampage, and the main event of Rampage was Commander versus Jurlistico versus El Vikingo
Ooh,
or El Vikingo El something something, that guy, and it
yeah,
was for the
that dude.
AAA Mega Champion. I think that title's called.
That sounds
Holy
awesome.
crap, that match was amazing.
So this was on ROH.
No, that was on Rampage.
Oh, it was on Rampage. Okay, I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go try to seek that out. See if I can find that.
yeah. Oh man, it was amazing. Of course, I mean, even you hearing me say it, you know it's amazing.
Right.
That
No,
Vikingo guy is something else,
he's a
man.
freak of nature.
Yeah.
I need to see more of him. I need to see if I can find this match. Um, Real quick, Vito, before do we have anything else on Dynamite? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, two more matches. Ricky Starks and Jay White with everyone banned from ringside.
Ricky Starks, Jay White. Okay, so yeah, they're groups. So Juice Robinson and whoever's been
FTR.
FTR has been helping Starks. That's right. Okay, well, I think that's a good one for the heel to still go over somehow. I think Juice Robinson still or somebody still finds his way. Maybe a different Bullet Club member debuts
That's what I was
tonight.
thinking. I think a new member tonight.
Yeah.
And then the other match is my vindicated champion of the world, Chris Statlander, is back defending her title against Anna JAS tonight. I don't even got to get your opinion. We all know what's happening. The Stat, she's back, going over.
Yeah.
Rumor is that she's like one of the most loved wrestlers in the back. Like people are overjoyed the fact that she's back. And so I just want to throw that out there. So
Coming back to
and
save the division.
Tony's gonna announce the first main event for Collision. So that's what we get tonight.
The division gets a lot deeper with Statlander in it.
Yeah.
And cool, we get the first Collision announcement. Oh, I lost your camera. Oh, there you are.
I'm back.
He's back, baby. Real quick, Vito, before we wrap this up, let's switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk about the E for just 1 second here at the end of the show.
Okay. What's up with them? What's going on with the Fed?
I just thought I'd throw this out. I mean, not much is going on. A whole lot of nothing. Not a whole lot newsworthy, but we do have a Money in the Bank show now coming up in less than a month.
Yeah.
It looks like so far we have 3 people in each of the matches, the men's and women's. The men's looks like Ricochet, LA Knight, and Nakamura. What do you think about that?
Say it's looking pretty good so far, man.
Are they going to do this thing with LA Knight in the briefcase?
That would be cool. I think he'd be a good Money in the Bank person. I can definitely see him carrying around the briefcase. I've seen a couple of times recently concerning Money in the Bank that they're comparing him to Kennedy back when Kennedy was the Money in the Bank guy. So I don't know. I'd be down with it. I'm not against LA Knight winning the briefcase.
Just so weird. To be honest, it's really hard for me to get excited for this show because of how they cheesed out last year's Money in the Bank. After Austin Theory wins it, a couple months later, all of a sudden, you can just cash it in on any title.
I forgot all about that. He cashed in on the U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to be excited for, Ricochet or LA Knight when it's like they could just go after a secondary title? It doesn't mean as much.
We have a secondary title now.
True.
They can cash it in on Seth. They don't have to cash it in on.
True. That might make it a little bit bigger of a deal. Speaking of which,
So-
apparently they ran an angle with Braun Breaker calling out Seth Rollins.
Oh, I did hear about that right before we got on here. I heard about that actually.
Yeah.
Saw that on the tube.
So is this a weird way for him to get called up?
But then I also heard that he's defending it against Finn too. Like, does he have 2 matches in the chamber hooking up? Not the elimination chamber, but you know what I mean.
Nothing's been the only official matches I see here on WWE.com are the Money in the Banks, and they each only have 3 participants so far.
Okay, because I seen one article that said Braun Breaker challenged. Hey, can you come over here, please? You talk to you. Challenged him to the title on
Right.
NXT. Then I saw another article that says after the Priest match, Finn Balor. I didn't see this part, but Finn Balor came out there and challenged him, I guess. So he's gonna wrestle Finn Balor. So it's like, so he's got 2 matches somewhere. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
So maybe that's probably a Raw match. Maybe they like run the gauntlet, kind of, since he faced Priest and then he faced Finn, then maybe Dominic after that, like, and then hey, for
Cody.
For the hell of it, even Rhea, I don't know.
I think Cody and Dominic are about to go on a little thing. I think, what's the next pay-per-view?
Side quest. It's money. It's Money in the Bank.
Okay, so what's after that? SummerSlam, right?
I don't know if there's anything in between that, but yeah, SummerSlam I think would be the next one.
Because of Raw and the tweet, I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes and his lovely wife Brandy Rhodes against Dominic and Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam.
Ooh, okay.
That's Vito putting it down right there.
Wow, that's crazy. No, I mean, that would be interesting to see Brandy actually get involved.
Wow, you're like the only person who's ever said that, because every person on the internet says keep Brandy away.
Well, I mean,
I like Brandy Rhodes.
I didn't say it would be good. I just said it would be interesting. I mean, her doing stuff in AEW was one thing. I mean, maybe they're right. I mean, maybe it would be bad just for Cody's look, or maybe it would work. I don't know. Speaking of the women, so far Becky Lynch, Zelina Vega, and this other woman, I don't know who it is. Who is this? Zoe Stark? Is that who this is?
Oh, yeah. Hey, she's cool. She's
yeah, this is Zoe Stark. Yeah,
she's from NXT.
Okay, that's
she's
why
currently.
She's a recent call up.
Yeah, she's currently doing a little thing with Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is like her manager of sorts right now.
Oh, okay, that's
actually,
right. Yeah, because
she wears a shirt that says "Thank you, Trish."
Because they're keeping that thing going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and with that one, out of those 3, I would be okay if Zelina Vega won, actually.
I mean, if it was in Puerto Rico, she'd definitely, hopefully, be going over this time around. But,
no, we're at the O2 Arena in London, England for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, no, we got to think about, I mean, WWE doesn't really care about the hometown stuff traditionally.
No.
So who knows?
So
I mean, this is also only half the field has been announced at this point.
Yeah. So in between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam is just an NXT pay-per-view. It's a premium live event. Great American Bash is
Oh, really?
Is in
Okay.
between. Yeah.
All
Isn't
right.
it weird how NXT got all like the old WCW pay-per-views?
Right.
I think that's very interesting.
I mean, I'm happy that they're at least using the trademarks. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's nice to see them. It gives you a nice warm feeling.
Yeah. Like they have Bash at the Beach and Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc and like they have all the old WCW pay-per-views, War
Right.
Games.
A couple old WWE ones. They did the In Your House
Yeah, they
before
did
as well.
Battleground was next month or last month.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
That's the gimmick. Well, I think that's all we have for this week.
Hey, this is a good one.
It's been a great discussion.
Hey, I don't want to toot our own horn, but this is a good one.
I think that this was the best episode yet, especially in this new chapter that we've turned over here.
I think.
Very, very good stuff. You know, we talked about stuff and it was natural. You know, nothing was forced. We didn't have, full disclosure, people, we had really no idea what we were going to talk about today, and we made it work. That's good podding right there. That's good podcasting.
Yeah.
But
so you know, just before we close, I just want to say rest in peace to the Iron Sheik.
yes.
Love and concern, love and prayers, or whatever you do to his family and friends who dearly are affected by his passing.
Absolutely. He'll be
Also-
in my thoughts.
F. Hulk Hogan.
And be careful when you're riding with Duggan.
Yeah.
And, you know, also, you know, be careful going down the long ramp at WrestleMania 17, the Gimmick Battle Royal. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. Until next time, make sure you are leaving a rating on Spotify. Make sure you are liking the videos on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing them. Make sure you're subscribed. Do it all, or you're going to get punched. You're going to get body slammed by Vito himself. Big
And
Vito
you're gonna
T.
get super kicked weekly.
You're going to get super kicked, actually. Not freaking body slammed. Super kicked. Or maybe both. Scissor me, Big Vito T. Let's do this.
F. Hulk Hogan.